Hi guys, this is one of the crazy tutorials again about how to edit your camera movements inside the pages. This is mostly a tutorial of how to work with SureTarget 2, and this is probably just as crazy as the tutorial on how to edit the map. Well, in this case, first of all, two parts. What we need to know is how to create your own pages. And I've got all the elements here to create a page, and then how to put a camera in and animate it. As for pages, what I'm going to do is I am just going to go one of these edit me pages. Let's just go to 9 and 10, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to duplicate 9 and 10. Just Control D, Command D, it'll give you 9 and 11. Let's just call this 11 and 12. Okay, this tutorial will probably help you if you want to change anything in the current pages. So you can either create a new one or change the elements in the current page. Okay, so page 11 and 12. Here we're not going to change 9 and 10, we're going to change 11 and 12. It has a lot of stuff hidden. Beware. Get ready. Okay, this is all the stuff that's hidden underneath that page. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete all of it, and I'm just going to leave okay, start off with a page. But I'm not going to delete all of it. I'm going to leave the adjustment layer and the paper here because these do the fold. Okay, so what we're going to do is going to delete everything between that and the paper. Just bye, that's gone. So basically here what you have is just the paper, and now what you're going to do, you're going to add your elements. You're going to decide your page elements. You got some, what I understand the best way to do it is actually just throw some letters in here. That's some animated letters if you want. It's got some, and these you got to work out in you can put that in multiply, so it's just paper like that, or you can put those in like that, and you can just put another one in there and just mix that around. And classic color burn, so again, and just scale those. Okay, so that's how you gotta make your paper. So that's basically what's going on around here. I'm going to turn that one on because that one actually stencils everything, and now I'm going to turn these all on. Okay, that's it. So, and basically here, guys, it's go crazy. Do whatever you want. Just, you got some leaves, you can put some leaves on top here. Scale those up. Got some paper, some lined paper. You can just put that a little bit over there also, like notes, and just mix those around. Sketches, these are my favorite ones. You just drag sketches, always underneath adjustments in paper, and then if it's white, you don't want the white, just use multiply and just scale that down, just drag that somewhere where you want it. Egypt. And I'm going to put that one in multiply also. So basically, guys, just go crazy. You got stamps that you can use. You can drag the stamps on. You can put that underneath the paper. You can use the color so it looks like it's burnt a little bit, and so on. Guys, go crazy, have fun. You can play around with these. Got the postage. You can create your own pages with these, and tickets and tapes and textures, and you can put some texture on top of all of this. You just drag it underneath. You can just put some multiply. Just put some texture on all of that. Just have fun. Do whatever you want. You can, after all of that, after you've put all the stuff you want, you can then decide to start putting your photos. Keep in mind you're going to have to use a camera to follow these, so these photos you can just drop those, just closing these, sorry. Photo frame, you can just drop that any way you want. Remember, we were playing around with these a few minutes ago. A good size is about this size, like that, and you can just start putting your photos wherever you want, and you can rotate them a bit, and like that, and so on and so on and so on. So mix it up with the styles that you want. Another thing is, if you want to replace it, you can just go to another style and hold down the Alt button and it will replace for the other picture. So basically that's it. So you build up whatever you want. I've got just 3 pictures here, so I'm not going to make it more complicated than it already is. You guys can have fun with this or go crazy, whatever you think is the... Okay, now camera. In the scenes, we have the camera edits, and okay, because we created the scene 11:12, now we have to do the same for the camera edits. I'm just going to duplicate this, and I'm going to call this one page 11 to 12, right? Camera, okay, that's it. Keep in mind, guys, you use these photos. My recommendation is you take them out of these and you create a new folder here in your Edit Me, and you put photos page 11 and 12. You just go here, you create a new folder, photos 11 and 12. Okay, and if you have any problem, you can just right click, find in project, and you just drag that up and you just slide it in that folder, because you're going to want to know where they are, and you're going to want to double click and edit them and put the pictures like we already showed. As for the camera editing, this goes for creating a new camera, and if you want to edit any past cameras, this is what you can do. Okay, let's go to page 11 and 12. We have a new animation, we have a new, but in this case we're doing page 9 and 10, but let's just go here, and where is it? Where are the pages? So here, pages 11 and 12, I'm going to select that, I'm going to select this one also, and I'm going to drag that and hold down the Alt button key, so it actually replaces that with 11 and 12. What we're going to do is, the active camera, let's just put that in front. Let's put it in front mode, so like the edit mode, so we know what is what. We had all these stars. We had 6 pictures or 7 pictures in the scene before. Now we just have those 3 photos that I just put. So, but you don't want to have an animation go through all those stars. What we want to do is star 1. Just gonna drag that and put it over there. Star 2 over there. Star 3 over there. I mean, if you have 4 pictures, star 4. If you have 5 pictures, I don't recommend more than 7 stars. And the other stars, let's just turn these off so you don't want to see these. Okay. At the moment, we have a Sure Target camera already installed here. Here it is. And the adjustment layer right over here is its controls. Sorry. This one's the controller. No. And the dolly we have right over here. It has the position and height of all the, like I explained in the tutorial earlier on. But what we do want to see is the target layers. Target layers, star 1, star 2, and star 3. We do not want star 4 anymore. We don't want star 5, and we don't want star 6. I've got star 1, star 2. That means the camera is going to follow star 1, and star 2, and star 3. If you press the U button, you'll see that the positions are animated already. Position 1, and if you click on the star, it'll go to the next position. It's still position 1. And then it goes to position 2, and then it goes to position 2, which gives you enough, like the camera's position 1, it stays and looks at 1, and then it moves to 2, and then it stays in 2 and moves to 3, and so on and so on. So we're not going to use position 4. Position 4, we're not going to use position 4, 5, and 6. We don't need those anymore. What we do have is an animation from 1, stays in 1, moves to 2, stays in 2, and then moves to 3 and stays in 3. But you can decide to let it stay longer in 1 and has this transition to 2, and then it stays longer in 2, then it has a transition to 3, and then stays longer in 3. And for now, we haven't even looked at the animation. We're just trying to figure out what we want to do. Now let's just click the active camera or sure target camera. And let's go to the beginning. It's at 1. Just press play, or just don't forget we have this blurring and stuff that we haven't messed around with. I'll turn that off, you don't need that. Turn it off, I mean. Okay, and now we're just going to see the camera is going to stay, and it wiggles a bit. I've already done the wiggle options here. If you want to see a little bit more of how to control sure target, the actual site where you will download the plugin actually has a lot of cool explanations of how to work with it. So basically this is it's wiggling around, it looks at 1, and then it gets to the end, it's still looking at 1, and then it decides it wants to move away and go to go to 2. It'll jump now from this position and start following. Don't worry about the stars, those won't show up. These are guide layers, so they won't show up in your final render. The stars are just for you to guide yourself. So now he's moving to 2. As you can see, he's moving to 2. Really slow because these distances are enormous, right? So, and then he stays in 2 for so long. And if you don't like how far or how close he looks to the photo, you can actually go to null, target, you go to dolly 1, and you can just zoom this in. It's not going to mess around with your animation, it's just going to make the camera, when it's in 1, it's just a little bit more closer, and during the whole 1 position, and then in 2, if you do want, you can just choose it to go further out. Gonna have fun with that, and so on and so on and so on. And just in case you, I don't like this picture anymore, you can just go back to your page 1, page 2. If you want to add another, I'm going to duplicate this. You can just add another picture here, rotate it a bit, and replace it if you don't like. You see it's the same picture. If you want to, you can replace it for something else. So guys, basically Sure Target that's how it works. That's how it's supposed to work. And once again, I'm sorry that it's not this project isn't a lot easier to edit, but it gives you loads of options, loads of extra options. Thank you once again for buying this, and if you like it, rate it. If you have any problems before ditching on the project online, just contact me and I can give you a hand. Thank you once again.